What's up everyone, 9th Jim here, back with another VGC 2020 Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive video, and today we're talking about Cherrim. This Pokemon is really cool. It has an amazing ability that gives itself and its partner Pokemon a buff in attack and special defense, giving it effectively an assault vest and a choice band without really many repercussions, except the fact that you have to have this little guy on the field. This Pokemon's not bad. It's fairly bulky, especially with that. It's actually very average in bulk, but with that special defense boost, it can take a couple of special defense attacks pretty easily. We invest in it bulk wise and speed so that I can put out some good attacks while also living a turn or two, and a lot of the time just one choice band turn with your Pokemon on its side, it can really like turn the tides of battle with this Pokemon, and it's pretty cool. It does a lot of really cool stuff, and it activates in sunlight. It goes from its low, introvert form here on the left into its happy dancing self on the right, and becomes pretty useful. So as far as this Pokemon goes, it is grass type, which is not the greatest type as we know. 4 resistances being water, electric, grass, ground, making this Pokemon pretty safe to switch into a lot of situations. And if you already have Sun active, then switching this Pokemon in is really, really good. It goes ahead and gives its ability those 2 benefits of attack and special defense to its partner Pokemon, the new partner Pokemon when you switch in, and then you can take a couple of resisted attacks on that switch in, making it very good of a Pokemon to really annoy a lot of players. And then we also have weaknesses here: fire, ice, poison, flying, and bug. Now obviously a couple of these are really big, flying, ice, and fire being the 3 big ones here. We have a lot of Pokemon that like to open things like Lapras, Colossal, all max Airstreamers, things like even Dragapult now, and Inteleon not even having to be flying Pokemon. So there's a lot of really big things that can hurt this Pokemon really bad with weaknesses, but not too bad. A lot of them we can live. We can go with Focus Sash if we think we're gonna die, but we're probably not. We're probably in an okay position most of the time. So yeah, not bad. Overall, we have our stats here as well: HP 70, defense 70, and special defense 78. Not super bulky, but pretty average bulk in general, right around that 70 for all of those. With some investments and with our special defense buff with Flower Gift, it can live an attack or two, especially special defense wise. Then we have some offensive stats here: 60 attack and 87 special attack, really leaning more towards that special attack, but when you have Flower Gift active, then you get an additional buff in attack, so you could go with something like Solar Blade instead of Energy Ball. It's really up to you. And then we also have speed at 85, which is pretty solid, puts us at a pretty good speed tier here with our investments, and pretty cool stuff. Overall, this Pokemon really, really shines in double battles because of its ability Flower Gift affecting itself and its ally. So we don't actually have a single Spotlight build for this Pokemon just because it's not very viable in singles, since Flower Gift doesn't really do that much. It just makes it kind of a normal Pokemon as far as stats go when it's just itself. So yeah, just doubles. So after damage calcs, that's going to be it. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the build itself. So as far as the build goes, we are running the ability Flower Gift. It's our only ability, and it's also just a very good reason for playing this Pokemon. So as far as our item goes, we are playing Cobra Berry, giving us that halving of super effective damage from flying type attacks, being able to live that first max Airstream or even an Air Slash from something like a Togekiss pretty easily, with good room to breathe even afterwards. So Cobra Berry helps that a lot. You could also go with Focus Sash. A lot of attacks with the Airstream and just flying attacks in general will be able to 2-hit KO you after the Cobra Berry, or kill you after using the Cobra Berry, so 2-shot it. But similar to the Focus Sash, we just have things like, weather things, and then like fire, G-Max attack from Charizard, or the rock one from Colossal. So we went with Cobra Berry because that'll give us a little room to breathe and maybe even be able to live, a sandstorm or a hail or something afterwards, unlike the Focus Sash. But Focus Sash helps us with the fire attacks and poison attacks and stuff like that. So really, it's up to you. Anyway, so next we have moves here. We're running Sunny Day, Pollen Puff, Helping Hand, and Protect. This Pokemon is very, very supportive, being able to get an additional buff from Helping Hand and its Flower Gift, doing a lot of damage with your partner Pokemon. And then also Pollen Puff being able to heal up your partner Pokemon, as well as being able to do a little bit of damage as well, which is good. Then we have Protect here just to protect. You know, being able to like protect on a certain turn, and then next turn being able to activate Sunny Day or Sunny Day and then protect and then offsetting it, so you have that buff from Flower Gift for a couple of turns. It's pretty good. And then we have Sunny Day here, just allowing us to activate Flower Gift in general with this Pokemon, not having to rely on another Pokemon to set that. You can do that with max moves, or, you know, even Drought from a Ninetales or Torkoal. But Sunny Day is a very, you know, reliable way of doing that with this Pokemon. So activating Sunny Day essentially gives us that buff of Helping Hand, and or not really Helping Hand, but the Choice Band and Assault Vest for both of our active Pokemon. So that's pretty good. Sunny Day is good. And then other than that, we have a good couple of other moves here. So Energy Ball and Solar Blade, allowing us to do pretty good stab damage, Energy Ball being special and Solar Blade being physical, of course. And then we have Morning Sun to heal up a little bit. It's 66.6% of your health that you can regen with Morning Sun when the you know, when Sunny Day is active, and then otherwise 50 or 25 in bad weathers. So Morning Sun can be pretty good healing up our Cherrim, but Cherrim really needs to be doing something to be really good, and, you know, Helping Hand or healing or even setting the Sunny Day initially is a little bit more valuable than Morning Sun, but in the right times, Morning Sun can be really powerful. And then we also have Safeguard here, just giving us you know, that immunity to those status effects, things like sleeping. A lot of really good Pokemon that this can be used with are Dynamaxing, since they get that Assault Vest and Choice Band buff. So being able to heal up and, you know, just keep our guy safe from being slept or anything, which is really bad for a Dynamax Pokemon. So yeah, Safeguard's not bad. As far as our EVs go, you can definitely change this up. We went with HP at 252 and speed at 252, just being as fast as possible. We're on a pretty good speed tier with 150. We outspeed a good couple of good Pokemon, as well as, you know, being on the same speed tier as a really good Pokemon, Duraludon, with, you know, max speed. But yeah, like, you can definitely change that. You don't have to go max speed. You could go more into defense as well, being able to live a little longer, but, you know, we just went with the speed just so we can be as fast as possible, and also HP just to be as bulky as possible while still being as fast as possible. Is pretty good. I think this build works pretty well. Next, we have a couple of synergetic Pokemon. Now, the first one is the most notable one, mostly because it's been used so far. You know, not really at any major events, but at least it has caught a little bit of buzz online, in the YouTube scene and stuff like that. You know, players like Wolfie even playing the Cherrim Colossal team. But yeah, Colossal is really good with it. It is able to set its own sun, so that Cherrim can then come in later and already be active, which is really good. It can also, you know, Helping Hand, Pollen Puff, help that Volcalith, or the, you know, Gmax Colossal a lot out there. And then it also just does really good damage. Its weakness policy is very bulky. Since it can be used attacking, or like physical or special, it can be used physically, so we get that Flower Gift buff, and you can really stack a lot of buffs. You can get weakness policy plus Flower Gift plus Helping Hand plus Sun plus Stab, and really do a lot of damage with that Pokemon, with Cherrim really supporting it behind its back, and also being able to heal it and protect it with Safeguard. And it's just a really valuable Pokemon by the side of Colossal. And then Colossal also is pretty bulky, so that its Flower Gift special defense buff makes a big difference, and it has access to you know, those moves like Max Quake with Earthquake on the physical build. So you can really just stack special defense buffs and then kind of wall out a lot of certain teams. Things like Gastron, Milotic, Rotom Wash, they just don't do any damage to the Pokemon after a couple of buffs, which is good. Or not really doing no damage, but you're able to live a couple of attacks, which is really good. And then we also have Venusaur here. Venusaur can be used physically, even though it probably won't be very frequently, but it can take advantage of that Flower Gift. And then other than that, it just loves Sun on the field anyway, because it becomes very fast. There are a couple of other Pokemon, things like Charizard, but they're very not bulky, when Venusaur is a little bulky and can get a little bit more mileage off of that special defense buff from that Flower Gift, as well as Sun. So yeah, a couple of good Pokemon there. A good like little example team with Cherrim could be Cherrim, Dragapult, the Colossal, and then maybe even like Primarina, and then, you know, filler for whatever else you want. I saw one team, the Conkeldurr and Dusclops, took those last two spots, and that was a really powerful team, and Cherrim took a lot of people by surprise, making them not be able to kill them, or, you know, Cherrim dealing a lot of damage, or helping the Colossal do a lot of damage. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's enough for this slide. We'll go ahead and talk about some speed tiers here real quick. So we are on 150 speed tier, the same one as Duraludon, being as fast as possible. So that is pretty good, hitting positive 252, making us hit 150, outspeeding a lot of good Pokemon, things like Gyarados, Braviary, Chandelure, Togekiss, and a lot of stuff under that. You know, like a lot of really good Pokemon, things like, I know there's good Pokemon. There are good Pokemon at those speed tiers. You know. There's a lot of really good Pokemon at those speed tiers. Vanillix without Scarf. There's a lot of stuff. I'm being on the spot. Hitmontop. You know, Braviary. The Mamoswine. A lot of really good Pokemon. But there are a lot of really good Pokemon that do outspeed us. Things like Form Change, Rotom, Excadrill, Arcanine, Mimikyu, Charizard, Durant. Any of those that are, you know, fast with speed investment, which a lot of them will be. Durant, Charizard, Mimikyu, Excadrill, all will be max invested into speed, being able to outspeed our Cherrim all the time, which is unfortunate. But still, Cherrim hits a pretty solid speed tier and, you know, activates its Sunny Day pretty quick and is pretty good. So that's going to be it for our speed tiers. We'll go ahead and move on to our damage calcs. I completely blanked on our speed tiers. Anyway, so as far as our damage calcs go, a lot of these are going to be absorbing attacks, which is kind of what we want to do. The first one is pretty unfortunate. Flare Blitz from an Incineroar into our not very defensive Cherrim is going to hit 115 to 135, guaranteed OHKO. Now, will you be able to supplement? You could probably supplement a little bit against an Incineroar using some defense. Like if you go 252, there's a chance you can live, but it's very, 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 very low. Actually, it's pretty good. If you max defense, then it only gives a 6.3 chance to OHKO, so you'll probably live an Incineroar attack, but then you won't be able to be fast. So you can really, like, you know, make that decision with some testing and stuff. And then next we have Dynamaxed Max Airstream from a Togekiss, max invested into attack Togekiss into our Cobaberry Cherrim, hitting 72 to 86. This allows us to live. Also, by the way, these are without Flower Gift active, although this and the Lapras are the only ones that are special attacking. But yeah, with Flower Gift active, we'll be taking less damage from the Togekiss, which is very good, but not able to live 2 Airstreams, like one after Cobaberry, and then we won't be able to live one after the Cobaberry. Next, we have Max Airstream from a Dragapult Life Orb max invested into our Cherrim, hitting 68 to 80%. Once again, not being able to live 2 hits, but guaranteed to live the first hit, which is really good. Next, we have Max Hailstorm from a Lapras. Now, like I said, we won't be able to live this. It hits 105 to 125%, guaranteed OHKO. But if we do have Flower Gift active, we will be able to live that, which is really, really good. And this is Max Resonance off of a Freeze Dry, by the way. If it's off of, like, you know, something more powerful, maybe we won't be able to live it all the time. But still, pretty good. Especially, you know, if our Flower Gift is active, then we're good. And we outspeed Lapras, so we will be able to set that before our Lapras attacks us, which is very, very good. Next, we have Energy Ball into a Rotom Wash from our uninvested Cherrim into a 252 HP, 0+ special defense Rotom Wash, hitting 50 to 61%, which would be a guaranteed 2-hit KO if there is no Citrus Berry, but if there is Citrus Berry, then 3-hit KO guaranteed. And then next we have Cherrim Energy Ball into a Milotic, an HP invested Milotic, hitting 38 to 45%, guaranteed 3-hit KO. Not great. Honestly, this build is not really suited for dealing damage, but supplementing our partner Pokemon, making them do a lot of damage. A couple of ways of beating this Pokemon in these setups is just destroying the Pokemon that this is beside. But if it's beside Colossal that's already activated Steam Engine, then it's going to be very, very fast and hard to deal with, which you'll be able to you'll have to like double target it with this and that Pokemon, and having to provide that OHKO. But with you know, a free Assault Vest, it's pretty hard to deal with. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Also, if there's Sunset, then you'll be doing less damage with a water Pokemon. So yeah, it makes it pretty bulky as well as pretty good attack. So yeah, that's about it for Cherrim. That's about all I have for this video. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. And yeah, in sum up, Cherrim's pretty good. It makes a lot of really good tactics much, much stronger. Things like the Colossal, it just makes it very, very bulky, as well as being able to just OHKO anything. Very, very good stuff. Cherrim's really cool. I think the Pokemon's really cool, and I've seen a couple of really good builds with it and a couple of really cool teams, and I hope to see it more as we go on in VGC 2020. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. If you don't like this kind of content, still like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening. Have a great day. Goodbye.